Been here a couple of days. What do you think of Camp Thomas?
Oh, I love it. I mean, look, this is Coach Cush's vision, and obviously it was a grand vision. I think when you look at this field now, I mean, he's probably smiling. Yeah, wish I'd had that. I was picking up boulders, and he was running players up the mountain when they messed up. But yeah, it's fantastic. I just think it's a way of bonding in your team. A lot of these kids, especially the kids that have grown up, not in the inner city, they look at these trees and go, wow, that's what it looks like, So I just think it's a fun deal. And for the guys that have been here before, they get it. Campfires are good. The fact that I told them, you can just be yourself. With your group, just tell them why you like football, why you're a football player. Just stuff like that. You'd be surprised how many great stories you hear.
Were you pleased the defense got a couple of picks today?
Yeah, I kind of went in the room and talked to him about, we went a whole day without an interception. And I challenged him, said, who's going to get the first one? I used to do that in the other league, too. There's something involved in it, but you can't do that in college, and I'll just leave it at that.
Did you, when you called I'm sorry for very intense, but when you called everybody up in the middle during the practice, did you have any sort of message?
Yeah, the message was real simple. It was, football is about how you handle adversity or a negative play. And a couple things happen bad, and you don't want it to be a series of bad plays for offense or defense or a player. And I said, look, this ball, bad plays happen. Every snap, there's 22 players. Somebody didn't do something right. It's a game of, if the errors are glaring, they can be catastrophic. And we're coaching a game where we're all trying to coach perfection, and it hardly ever happens, okay? And I think you as a player, when a negative play appears, I want to see how you react to the next play. When I was in pro football and you're looking at guys to draft, I would tell players all the time, to come in the meeting and sit there and have these conversations. And I say, what was your worst game? They look at you like, yeah, what was a game that you think you didn't play really good? And they go, such a game. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna watch the game because what I want to know is this: was a bad play a series of bad plays? Did it become a bad quarter? Because no one can help you but you. You got to figure this thing out. And so I just didn't want them to get into that mode of feeling sorry for themselves and where I made a mistake, I didn't do this right. You play the next play. That's all you can do. We'll correct it, just move on. And I think good teams know that. And we have a chance to be a good team. We got a lot of young guys. They don't make errors. But then they make the play where you go, whoa, right? So you got to live with it. And as a coach, you got to live with it. And I think our coaches get all, we made. I said, guys, this is their 7th day of practice for these high school kids, They weren't here in the spring. They're doing pretty good. So we'll see.
Have you noticed the altitude up here affecting the kids differently?
It probably, and we talked about that, use it to your advantage, and that's why we're doing the 2-minute stuff and to get them in condition. I showed yesterday we did it, and guys kind of tired, and I said, well, guess what? I know how to stop that. We'll do 3 periods of it, and we did. And I said, you're going to get in shape, whether you like it or not. And we got to use it to our advantage, and that's why you come up here. It's a little altitude, and it's warm too, and the turf is warm, so it's a good thing.
You talked about the campfires too. How has that been?
It's been good. Been well received, obviously. Today they're going to walk the mountain. After the walkthrough, they're going. Guys that haven't been up are going up on the mountain. I think that's part of it. You got to go up there, and they understand that. So we'll do that today before dinner.
Going back to that message to the team, did you feel like they responded well?
Yeah. And I think sometimes, I always look through the eyes of a player as a coach. I never look through the eyes of a coach. I look through the eyes of a player. And when I make decisions, I watch body language, and I kind of know these guys now. Where I get a sense of that. Don't let them go there. You got to tell them something. Every once in a while, you got to do that. And I thought they responded pretty well. And I thought the quarterbacks did a pretty good job today, especially in 2-minute situations. They didn't panic. They can't panic. I just think when you get young quarterbacks, that's the big moment. When you got the ball, especially on the road. Here's it is. This is what the good quarterbacks want. And if you're a defense, you want to be able to defend that. If you're an offense, you want the ball. So it's fun to watch them compete.
I heard you told a Blitnikoff story last night.
Yeah, I
It kinda
did.
Came back today.
Yeah, Freddie Blitnikoff. I told him the old Blitnikoff story, and one of the young kids told me a story about Fred Blitnikoff. Lester Hayes, we came out at the same time in the draft. Off season, we were sitting around talking one day. He says, Fred Blitnikoff. I said, yeah, man. I said, played until 78. I actually played against the guy. He said he was in practice one day, and the guy threw him the ball went through his hands. And the ball boy went and got the ball, and he's walking, and told the ball boy, he said, come here. The kid came up to him. He took the ball and started looking at him. He says, hey, there's a default in this ball. He said, get it out of practice. Do it out of practice. He says, I don't drop balls. So I told him, that's your job, is catch the ball. And it's true. I mean, I don't care. All that other stuff don't matter. If you got to catch the football, right? So they were listening because our little guy back here was, he's catching punts the last 2 days. He hadn't dropped one. Kickoff, he dropped the ball. So I go, that's the first one you dropped. And he looks at me and said, Coach, that ball was bad. I said, good for you. So now I told all the receivers, you get to drop one, and you can say it's a defaulty ball. After one, it doesn't work anymore. You got to catch them. So at least they were listening, But it's fun to tell them stories like that because they relate to stuff like that. It's a way to send a message with having some fun with it. And I've had enough history in this game where I've seen a lot of things, and football it's a circle. Things you've seen before, you always see, and it doesn't change. And I think if you have a message to deliver it a certain way where it can be fun, then that's the best way to deliver it.
One more question. Ethan's had to have reps at a lot of different positions. So is it
Captain America?
Yeah. Is it too early to say maybe he's not necessarily in the mix for the starting quarterback anymore?
I would probably say that would be the case, but he's still going to play quarterback. And can't say enough about that guy. Can't say enough about him and Cole Cabal. When you think about team and what we're asking him to do, he keeps telling me, Coach, we didn't put me on defense. I said, we're some offense right now. We won't take you. But he might be a defensive guy too. So we'll see. I know one thing. He has to be on the field for us offensively. He has to. He's too good of an athlete. And I think he's earned the respect of everyone on this football team because of his character, how he works. He's just you just love coaching that guy. It's like he just wants to help the team win. And so get enough of those guys, you got a good chance to win games.
Are you closer to naming a starting quarterback?
We're getting there. I mean, I like the competition of it. I think it's good, but there comes a point to where the first group's gonna have to work with the first guy, right? Because the reps start getting important. There's 23 days or something like that, 24 days before we play a game. So we got to make a decision. And there's a couple positions where you got to make decisions, and also the backup positions because we got so many young guys. Who's gonna be the backup? But there's some good receivers here, some young ones. We got a young tight end that kind of shows up every once in a while. That's kind of fun to watch, right? And we got a host of talented guys in the back end of our secondary, so that's fun too. We'll make the decisions.
Do you like how the quarterbacks have handled it? I mean, that balance
They have.
competing and everything.
Yeah, and you think about it, 3 of them were freshmen coming in, and they knew they were going to chance to compete. And Dylan, he has the presence of, he's been around, he's played some, and it's been a good group. They pull for each other. It'll always be kind of disappointing when you're not the guy. We get that, and it's funny because every position is like that in football. There's always got to be a starter, and there's got to be a backup. But the quarterback is the one where everybody goes, oh. It's like you've been belly punched, right? And I get it. I do. I get it because other positions you can get the guy in the rotation. The quarterback, you got to be the guy. And so, but he's also, if he's not the guy, he's one hit away or one play away from having to go in the game. So that's important too. I've been through that story. I played with the fifth-string quarterback. It ain't a whole lot of fun, man. It's just not. You end up going to television. You play long enough with those guys. And I'll just leave it at that.
Thanks, Coach.